2022 Nissan Frontier First Drive. This isn't a revolution. But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide information about car and motorcycle news. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you. If you've driven the same car for the better part of 2 decades, any new vehicle, good or bad, feels like a revelation. The same can be said for the Nissan Frontier, the outgoing version of which has been sold with few significant changes since 2004, 3 years before the first iPhone. Any update to the Frontier is bound to seem like a massive leap into the future. Or is it? The new 2022 Nissan Frontier is a solid midsize pickup truck, handsome and rugged, solidly built, reasonably comfortable, at least in the front row, and able to tackle heavy loads and tough terrain. Nissan targeted the segment champion Toyota Tacoma, and we can and will give you a stack of reasons to choose the Frontier over the Tacoma. But exactly what is really new about the 2022 Nissan Frontier beyond its styling? Handsome styling. Let's lead with what we liked best about the new Frontier: its styling. This is a good-looking truck, with cues that give it a passing resemblance to the company's full-size Titan but a look all its own. Our compliments apply to the interior, as well, where the 2022 Nissan Frontier reminds us that handsome styling can be balanced with sensible ergonomics. Are you listening, Toyota? All the controls are easy to find and use, and the red stitching and interior trim give the cabin a nice, racy splash of color. Good looking as it is, the interior is also entirely conventional, and that's our biggest complaint about the 2022 Nissan Frontier. We were surprised less by what we saw and more by what we didn't see in our top-of-the-line test truck. No seat position memory. No auto down function for windows other than the driver's. No auto stop or auto hold. No lane keep assistance or alert. Time delay wipers rather than rain sensing. No air vents for the back seats. Aside from the USB-C ports, and perhaps a few legally required safety features, we couldn't find anything in or on the 2022 Nissan Frontier we couldn't have had in 2015. Of course, some buyers will see tried and true technology and take comfort in the fact there's no bleeding edge stuff to go on the fritz. Is mostly new enough? The same observation extends to the mechanical bits, particularly the engine, a mostly new 3.8-liter V6 Nissan introduced in the 2020 Frontier. We say mostly new because 93% of the parts are different from the engine it replaces. According to Nissan, the engine's rating of 310 horsepower wins the Frontier bragging rights over its competitors. But its 281 pounds-to-foot of torque reminds us why the V6 is a dying breed. The Ford Ranger gets 310 pounds-to-foot from its smaller and more modern 2.3-liter Turbo 4. For our first few miles of driving, the 9-speed automatic did a good job of keeping revs down and fuel economy up, with smooth shifts under light throttle. But the road soon turned hilly, and trying to keep up a freeway speed pace threw the transmission into turmoil. Whether we used cruise control or the accelerator pedal, the transmission hunted continuously through its gears, never seeming to be able to find one it was satisfied with. The suspension setup is entirely conventional, as is the hydraulically assisted steering, a technology we might well need to explain to readers younger than the age of 30. Purists like us may say they miss the feel of these old hydro systems, though electric power steering has largely caught up, but don't expect a wave of nostalgia in the 2022 Nissan Frontier. Any precision feedback is largely lost in the tall, soft tires of the Pro 4X model we drove, and we found the steering effort a little too heavy on curvy roads. The ride is busy and bumpy, though not any worse and perhaps even slightly better than the Toyota Tacomas. Noise levels were good, but the handling of our Frontier Pro 4X model was truckishly clumsy. Tacoma owners will no doubt be impressed by the way the new Frontier drives, Ford Ranger owners, too, perhaps, but anyone who has driven a Chevrolet Colorado, GMC Canyon, or Honda Ridgeline will be less enthralled. Low-tech off-roading, good trailering stability. The latest Nissan Frontier has a simple 4-wheel drive system, with rear drive, 4-high, and 4-low modes selected by an electronic dial shifter. In other words, the same system as the prior Frontier. Pro 4X models get a lockable rear differential, and hill descent control represents the height of the Frontier's technological savvy. Pro 4X models get stout recovery hooks on the front but not the back.
Thanks for watching.
Drop a like, leave a comment,
And don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.